Most people judge their financial health by one number, their salary. If income goes up, they feel good. If income stays flat, they feel stuck. But salary is one of the least useful numbers when it comes to predicting whether you'll actually build wealth over your lifetime. I've studied the financial data on this, and there are 3 specific numbers that are far better predictors. Numbers most people have never calculated. And here's what makes this uncomfortable. You could be earning a strong salary, hitting your savings targets, and still have all 3 of these numbers working against you. In this video, I'm going to show you what those 3 numbers are, how to calculate each one in about 2 minutes, and exactly what to do if any of them are off. Number 3 is the one almost nobody tracks, and it's the most predictive of the 3. Let's start with number 1, your savings rate. This is the percentage of your income you actually keep every month, not what you intend to save, what you actually save. The formula is simple. Take your income, subtract your expenses, divide by your income, multiply by 100. That's your savings rate. If you earn $5,000 a month and spend $4,500, your savings rate is 10%. Here's where most people stand. Under 10% means you're likely not building anything meaningful. Between 10 and 20% is average. You'll get there eventually, but slowly. 20% or above is where real wealth accumulation starts. The median American saves under 5%. That's why most people arrive at retirement with less than $100,000. Now here's something that might seem counterintuitive. You could have a savings rate of 25% and still be heading in the wrong direction. I'll explain that with number 3 in a moment. But first, number 2, net worth. Most people overestimate their net worth because they count the wrong things. Net worth is your assets minus your liabilities. Simple math. But what counts as an asset matters. Your car is not an asset in the financial sense. It's depreciating every year. Your phone, your furniture, your clothes, not assets. What counts? Your investment accounts, your emergency fund, any equity you own in property, your retirement accounts. A person earning $100,000 a year with 0 in investments and $50,000 in debt has a net worth of negative $50,000. That happens more often than most people admit. Here's a rough benchmark to know where you stand by age. At 25, a net worth above $10,000 puts you ahead of most. At 30, $50,000. At 35, $100,000. At 40, $200,000. If your number is below that, it's not permanent, but it does mean something needs to change. And now here's the cliffhanger. Your net worth can be exactly on track. Your savings rate can be healthy, and you can still be in the bottom tier of wealth accumulation. Number 3 explains why, and it's the number almost nobody in personal finance talks about. Number 3 is called the wealth ratio. It comes from a book called The Millionaire Next Door, one of the most data-driven studies ever done on how Americans actually accumulate wealth. And the formula it gives you is brutal in how clearly it shows where you stand. Here it is. Take your net worth, divide it by your annual income multiplied by your age, divided by 10. Let me give you a real example so this lands. Say you're 35 years old. You earn $80,000 a year. You have a net worth of $120,000. Looks decent, right? Run the formula. 120 divided by 80 times 35 divided by 10, which is 280. That gives you 0.43. The book categorizes this as an under-accumulator of wealth. Below 0.5 means your lifestyle has been growing roughly as fast as your income, and you haven't converted that income into lasting assets. Between 0.5 and 1 is average. You're building, but not efficiently. Above 1.0 makes you what the book calls a prodigious accumulator of wealth, someone who has genuinely converted their income into a growing asset base. Now, what do you do if your numbers are off? If your savings rate is under 10%, automate 1% more this month. Not 10% more, 1. Add 1% to your automatic transfer on payday, then another percent in 30 days. Small, forced increments beat big intentions every time. If your net worth is low, the fastest fix is eliminating depreciating liabilities. A car loan on a vehicle losing value every month is actively reducing your net worth. Pay those down before adding new assets. If your wealth ratio is under 0.5, the problem isn't income, it's allocation. Your money is going to lifestyle, not to assets that grow. The fix is redirecting even $50 a month into an index fund. Apps like Binance make it possible to start with any amount. The number isn't the point. The habit is. The wealth ratio is a number that income cannot fake. A surgeon earning $200,000 a year with a bad wealth ratio is in a worse financial position than a teacher earning $50,000 with a good one. So here's where we land. 3 numbers, each one more predictive than your salary. Number 1, your savings rate. Target 20% or above. Automate the increase. Don't rely on willpower. Number 2, your net worth. Count only real assets. Know your number by age. Eliminate liabilities that are actively shrinking it. Number 3, your wealth ratio. This is the one. Calculate it tonight. If it's below 1, you know exactly what to work on. The uncomfortable truth is this. Most people spend their entire lives optimizing for income and almost no time optimizing for these 3 numbers. And that's why most people arrive at 65 hoping their salary was enough, instead of knowing their numbers were right all along. Your action step this week is simple. Calculate your wealth ratio. The formula is in the description. If you don't know your net worth off the top of your head, that's your first signal. If this video helped you see something you hadn't before, subscribe. Every Tuesday and Friday, I break down the financial mechanics that most people learn too late. I'll see you in the next one.